here is the sketchbook. It is an MD paper or Midori paper sketchbook, and it is the thicker cotton page one. They have like the cotton series, they've got one with thinner pages. And then they have the thicker page one as well. So this is the thicker page one. I think it's very similar to the thickness and feel of the Moleskine sketchbooks. So with these ones, alcohol marker does bleed through, but things like, I tried a little bit of watercolor, regular color pencil, dip ink for like fountain pens or dip pens works well here, and acrylic markers work well as well. Okay, let's get into the stickers. On the front cover, we've got 3 stickers that are my stickers, and then also a wax seal that I made. These ones are from when I went to the States last summer. These are free from Planned Parenthood, and these ones were from a little shop in Illinois. Another free one from Planned Parenthood. This is from a restaurant in Kobe, Japan. These are from the tattoo salon, studio, tattoo place I go to, and all of the rest are B-side label, I believe. All right, also, I threw some stickers in here that were on my old iPad case, and I didn't want to get rid of them, so I just pulled them off and then just put them here. All right, so this guy was started at the end of 2024, and I finished on November 26th of 2025. For the first few pages, I did use this as a journal, but then transitioned to it being a sketchbook. But because it was a journal, I have these calendar inserts, and I started that way, and so I just kept doing it. Yeah, so I have a couple things covered up just because it was a journal. Horoscope stuff I don't really care about too much. I wanted to do, I guess, like a little meal doodle. There's those hourly doodle things. And so instead of the hourly doodle, I just did what I ate that day. Little checklist, another checklist, little outfit. These were doodles from when I was watching Sweet Tooth, I believe the first season. I got the Copic acrylic marker since I was playing with those. This was the first sticker sheet I made, and so I wanted to kind of jot down the notes I have for it, the sizing, as well as the ink settings on the printer, and then the cutting settings on the Cricut that I have. Work kind of things, more to-do lists. And then from here, I believe, is when I was like, no, we're not going to do journaling. We're going to just keep it as a sketchbook. So I tried to do little drawings of what's this guy called? Not figure drawings, but you can move them around and kind of get different poses. I was playing with the acrylic pens, the Copic acrylic ones here. And then these were stickers that I got from the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. And then I was playing with acrylic, playing more with acrylic. These are slimes from the game Slime Rancher. I was struggling with the acrylic markers though. The ink, and as well as like the Copic acrylic markers are like a plastic nib, and so it's really scratchy on paper. I think the Copic marker, or the Copic acrylic markers, are meant for harder surfaces like plastic, glass, rocks, things like that. So it was harder to use on paper for me, but I was really sad because they aren't cheap. So I think I was in denial about it not working that well. These were some stickers I made for an event that my club kids were organizing, so I thought it'd be nice to get them some stickers to pass out to our guests. I was struggling with, again, the cutting settings and the lines around the stickers, so I used this to jot down some notes if I needed to print these again, what settings not to use. Then here, there's some pictures that I just covered up for privacy's sake. These were some veggie sticker ideas. I ended up doing kind of sort of something with the cherry tomatoes. Those come in like later though. I don't know. I was trying to like create little vegetables with sassy faces and stuff. October. Some more stickers. I wanted to do kind of like a train idea, but I just could not draw trains, so I didn't. Instead, I did little cat and bear faces. And again, these are just notes for like the sizes that I liked. And then this is for, this is also like a label sticker that I printed out for grading things at work. Some more stickers with the details of the type of paper I use and the ink settings, and then the Cricut cutting settings. What I did later on in this sketchbook was a lot of the empty space areas. I just cut out doodles that I had done on like loose leaf pieces of paper and just glued them in. Same as here. These were drawings that I did of the Silent Hill 2 remake creatures. And I just really wanted to make stickers, but I could not get the cutting settings right. This is, I had used a cold laminate overlay, and I just messed up the laminate. Like here, there's bubbles in it, and then the cutting settings just didn't work, so bummed about that. And I just wrote like what I did, so hopefully don't make the same mistake. Filled this up. Here is just kind of filling it up as well. A little goblin character that I like to draw. I don't really know what I was doing here. I think I was just like, I wasn't happy with this page, and so I just tried to fill in a lot with color. Some more slimes from Slime Rancher. Again, I was just trying to fill up space, so there's no real theme here. This is just a macho guy. These were doodles of squirrels. I was trying to get like, I'm trying to figure out how to draw a little squirrel face. So I was playing around with different types of eyeballs, noses, face shapes. Oh, and now we're in 2026. No, 2025. Some more sticker things that I made. This is a sticker I got from a coworker who went to Fukuoka. I really like this one. It's the Gerblin character, my goblin persona, I guess, in workout clothes. Some hummingbird doodles. This was the first YouTube video that I made, was of this thing. And after I had drawn that, I just kind of filled up the rest with just random stuff. Some more drawings of squirrel doodle ideas, junk journaling. This was another YouTube video I made, and then again I just kind of filled up the rest of the space with doodles and then some loose leaf cutouts. Scrap doodles, I guess. This one was another little sticker guy I made. I wanted to do a series of these like cats and hats kind of ideas, but I never created another one after this one, so maybe I can do that again if I come back to that idea. Here's some more scrap doodles. These are all Resident Evil inspired. Resident Evil 4. Oh, and then also I runners, clickers, bloaters, shamblers, Rat King. Obviously that was The Last of Us. I wanted to maybe make some stickers of those guys. I really want to make Leon and Chris stickers, and then the Chainsaw Man from Resident Evil 4. I think that would be fun. This was a silly idea I had for Leon at a cookout, at a little barbecue gathering, where instead of all of his police gear, he's got barbecue chef gear. So he's got his spatulas, he's got his sauces, and he's ready to load up the hot dogs and hamburgers. Some little doodles of me, some more squirrels. Again, I'm still like not sure how I want to do the face shape, but one day I'll get there. Another idea for Leon stuff, or just Resident Evil stuff in general, I wanted to make like either a sticker sheet or just a little postcard print of the Resident Evil characters with their outfits and gear, or like items, but kind of do it in the way of like the paper dolls, where you would have like the toys, the paper dolls, and you would be able to cut out or remove their outfits, and you can just kind of put them on like that, and then you could change up the dolls' outfits. And so I kind of wanted to do that with with video game characters. Some more scrap doodles. Scrap doodle kind of collage thing. I had some highlighters, and I just played with the highlighters and acrylic marker. This is just, I think I just needed to fill up a page, so I just randomly drew stuff. I like the shrimp. The shrimp is cute. Don't know what this guy is. This guy is a fish who's smoking. Don't bother him. He's obviously busy. Here, I was trying again to use those Copic acrylic markers, but I just was struggling with some of the colors. They were just scratching up the paper. Oh well. Using it here too, but you can just like see where I'm trying to kind of, I don't know, put pressure when I'm writing on it to get the ink out. It just doesn't look that nice. This was, I think I was trying to fill up the space, but I didn't have a theme, so I was just going with whatever, and I like it. I like the yellow and the black. I like this guy. Okay. Those little, when was it? Oh, here. So I had this cherry tomato idea, and then I turned it into this, and this is my first monthly sticker idea thing that I started with my students. So for whenever they get 100% on a quiz, they get a sticker as a reward. And then when they volunteer to read in front of the class, they'll get a volunteer sticker. And they just put these on their like workbooks or their booklets that I pass out to them at the beginning of a lesson. And so they can kind of just, have stickers. And then this is just so I have the notes for what paper I use, the Cricut cutting settings, and then like the results, maybe if I need to change things. So when I print again for the next month's sticker sheets, I know kind of what worked and what didn't work. These guys, I tried these ones again because I got a different laminate overlay, and these ones are the holographic. Super holographic. And I did better with these ones. Printed them out, put the holographic overlay on it, and then sent it through the Cricut. Yeah, and then I have my little notes here. This is when I think I really did get more into doodling. I was kind of inspired, and I do think it's because I was like, hey, let me do a monthly sticker thing. Because it kind of sort of set a deadline, but like, it was more for fun. And I was able to kind of ask my students like, hey, what kind of stickers would be good for September, and they gave me ideas. And September in Japan is known for tsukimi, which is just moon look, because I think it's the harvest moon, I'm not too sure, but the moon's just beautiful in September. And so there's the themes of moon, eating mochi while looking at the moon, because there's a rabbit in the moon making mochi. So moon, mochi, and rabbits were the theme of September. And so I was just kind of doodling out ideas, trying to figure out what to do for the 100% stickers, and then also what to do for the volunteer stickers. And I was playing with persimmons as well. And so here I think from these ideas I chose, all right, this is kind of what I want to do for the volunteer stickers. And then I thought it'd be cool to put the holographic or a sparkly overlay over them. I wanted to make bookmarks as well, but I just didn't get around to that. I thought it'd be cool to maybe do something like that. Also, I got really into drawing fish. Fish will become my like go-to warm-up doodle, just because they're fun. So there, these are the stickers that I ended up making. I'm really happy with these ones. And I really like how here's the idea, here's kind of the notes, and then boom. These came out so well. Like, I'm really happy with those. And then these are the 100% stickers. And that's just the background. That background is the sticker. I don't really do landscape, but I think that came out nicely. And yeah, again, all of the details, so if I needed to print those again. And here are some little Cory catfish. I think these are cute. Might want to play around with this. Can they be made into stickers though? Maybe. And then here's October sticker sheet ideas, also Halloween stuff. And then these are the so 100% stickers, volunteer stickers. And there we go. So the 100% stickers came out like this, and then the volunteer stickers came out like this. I think the type of sticker paper I used for these guys, like, I don't know, originally it didn't have this yellowy color on it. It just kind of like, maybe with age, the few months time, it just kind of yellowed. A little bit here too. This one's fine though. So I don't know. And then just having fun with pencil on this. Pencil works nicely as well as inks and things. I think I was playing around with the idea, so this is October, November was maybe fall themed, so acorns, maybe maple leaves. Yeah, so I was playing with dip pen ink here. And then these were, what are they called? I got this. I don't know how to pronounce that, but they are water-soluble pastels. So I was playing with those. These are some ideas for a postcard that I wanted to make and haven't gotten around to it. I did record this like drawing session and inking session, but it just, I don't know, it was so long and I didn't want to edit it, so it may never be uploaded. Who knows? But this was my little shrimpy and underwater plant page. And this is, I did use acrylic here, and yeah, it does bleed through. I tried to use the bleed through as like a little, I don't know, background color. Again, playing with some ideas of what to do for stickers. This guy is what I chose, or like these little faces on the fall-ish type of items, I guess. So watercolored out or sketched out, and then on top of that used watercolor to give me an idea for the colors I wanted to use, but I just ended up going with the persimmon. And so here is the finished. This was actually a bit darker. I reprinted it with a brighter setting, so they're not as dark as they are here. But yeah, the little persimmon dude. And then I was just filling up space and then also trying to figure out what would bleed or what wouldn't bleed with the fountain pen inks I had. But it seems like everything smudges them or makes them kind of sort of bleed. This was the November volunteer sticker, but I printed it out a little bit too dark, so this is the lighter version. I was playing with fountain or inks that I have, just kind of freely doodling here. Started rewatching Supernatural, so I drew Baby Dean, Sammy, little mice. I really like this page. I think I just was having fun. This was that, this sticker was this idea. My little mouse, a warm little scarf, this little guy. I really like this angry little, like, I don't know, wood sprite, little angry girl. I like her. Little fishies. There she is again. Kind of, sort of, maybe similar characters. Ooh, here I got, so I was really sad about my Copic acrylic markers not working well. And so I bought some a different brand of acrylic markers. I think it's the, what is it? The Arctics? The Arctics ones. And those ones are nice. They're a brush tip, and so you don't have to press down to release the ink. They're really nice, and I really like them. And so I was playing with those, and I really had fun doing, I was using my fountain pens that I like, and then once those dried, kind of just adding some color, pops of color to places. I need to make those little cats and hats, because I like the shape of this cat, and I just want to put like silly little like pumpkin hats, the frog hats, I don't know, maybe even a cat hat, things like that. Here's a little Pikmin, a little flower. I was testing out the different colors, playing with different inks I have, using thin, what is it? Dip pens, like, it's just a thin nib. I was using that for these. Little fish, playing with the acrylic markers. They soak up really well, but they don't bleed through. So again, this paper is nice for the acrylic markers as well as the ink. So here, this was fun. I got a new ink from, whoops, forgetting it's this ink. Kakimori, there you go. So Kakimori, I got a Kakimori ink, and then I got this nib, and I love it. So it's really nice and thick, and this is kind of where I was like, ooh, yeah, I like dip pens. I like playing with ink and dip pens, and I was just kind of going at it. Just messing around with the thickness and the thinness of it, and just kind of like playing with it. Had fun with that. Here I got two other kinds of inks, but they just did not like this paper. They feathered and like dried weirdly, so I don't know. They're really pretty colors though. So yeah, playing with inks here. More inks. I really like this ink, was like just a nice kind of color on this. And then I played with some Holbein? Holbein? I'm not sure. But color pencils. Really like the color pencils on this paper as well. Here, some more fine-tipped dip pen, playing around for December sticker ideas. I thought this color matched nicely, or went nicely with the ink here. Warming up, and then kind of getting more into like, all right, what are our sticker ideas? Here are some of the ideas for the 100% stickers. Then I didn't know what to do. Dancing Santa for the 100% stickers. But then I thought, oh, or not 100%, the volunteer stickers. But then I settled on some snow globe ideas. I don't have the stickers in this sketchbook, but I do have them in this one. So again, these were the ideas I took from here. And then kind of these guys were the 100% stickers. And these four turned into these four, and they are holographic, or they've got some shiny on them. So I really liked how those turned out. I'm also kind of still playing with the idea of this can be one sheet. It doesn't have to be 1 and 2. You can use the whole spread. So I was trying to kind of just swoop down the middle and play with that. I really do like drawing fishies. They're just fun. Here I got a new ink. I don't know what this guy is supposed to be, but I kept drawing him. This was a fun, I think this is the shimmer ink. I'm not sure, maybe not. Maybe this was just a blue ink, but I got a new fountain pen and an ink color. Oh yeah, no, this is just the Asagao Morning Glory. It's a nice blue. I think this was the, all right, that was this one. And this ink, it's really pretty. And then this is the, was like a new fountain pen by Sailor. Yeah, that's what these ones were. And then this one's the shimmery one, or like shiny one, or like two-toned, that green. Yeah, there you go, you can kind of see it. More fish. This was also with like that shimmery, so it looks black at a certain angle, but then when you look closely, it's kind of got like iridescent green to it. November, this again, the little, I really like this one, the little goblin me. And so I thought, because I am a little goblin, I wanted to kind of do out an idea of my partner, of him being a wizard. I don't really like these, but I'll play around with the idea. More fish. Again, this is like the shimmery, I think, maybe not. I started playing with these eye style with animals, and I was trying to kind of come up with a little character like this. Again, the squirrel face, I'm still struggling. So that's what all of this is. And this is the last page. I just didn't want to spend too much time on it, so I just drew a couple things. Wizardy. This little guy's cute. And that's the end. There you go. That's that sketchbook all done. Now I'm onto 2 sketchbooks at the same time. This is a Moleskine sketchbook that was one of those where I filled out a few pages and then set it down, never picked it back up. So I am using that one now. I think like up until here was just, I don't know, junk. And then I picked it back up, and so I'm trying to fill it out. And I'm also using another Midori paper sketchbook, but this is the thinner type. I'm just trying to see if there really is much of a difference between the different paper types and the inks or the color pencil or the different things I'm using. So I'm kind of just going back and forth between the two. Let's see if I finish them. Maybe one of these will be my next sketchbook tour video. All right. And that's that. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!